Let's get it, baby.
All right, welcome to the Sky Show. Today we got the first official episode. I'm your host, Luke Sky. We got artist Ben Yen in the building.
Yee.
How we
How we
doing
doing?
today? I'm doing
I'm
good. What about you?
chilling, bro. Just getting up and at 'em. It's a little early here on the west side, but we're making it happen.
Yeah, me too. Got my
Hap-
coffee, ready to go.
yes, sir. I'm honored to be guest guest number one, patient zero.
Yeah, I mean, you're a great artist. We worked together before. It
Yep.
was only right.
Had to do it.
So, what you been up to these days?
Just working, making music, growing a mullet. That's
Yeah, I saw. Can we get a little look at the mullet?
It's a little poking out the hat look. You
Oh
feel
yeah,
me? I got some bed head, but we're working. We're working.
nice. Um, what are you doing for work with your job? If we can
Yeah.
hear
So I
anything.
think I'm actually on my job's Zoom account right now, but I'm doing software sales actually for a company that's based in Boston.
Oh really?
So it's like
Nice,
fully
nice.
virtual, but yeah, they're based out of Boston. So I'm sure I'll probably be out your way like sometime this year.
For sure. Where you at? You're at San Diego?
Yeah, I'm down in San Diego. So just been working on music, working on this new job. I just started this job in like September, so
Uh-huh.
been pretty busy. But yeah, man, I got like probably 90% of the way done with this album. So just got to wrap up a couple songs. But yeah,
What's
dude, it's
what's the new
this
album
album's gonna be
called?
crazy. This album's
If
called
we
Terry Coats and Hot Tub Boats. It's I've there's like this company that does hot tub boat rentals out in like this bay in San Diego here, and it's just I fell in love with them. I've been like 5 times, so that's kind of the vibe I was going for and the inspiration there.
nice. Can we hear any features yet? Or are we waiting for the track
I
list to
got
drop?
no, yeah, I can give you the features. There, I only have one feature on it. He's been on previous projects of mine. His name is Sebi OG.
Yeah.
He's another San Diego rapper, someone I look up to, and he's dope.
Do you record all in-house, like home studio setup?
Yeah, I'm I'm on my couch right now, but usually I'm in my studio, just it's like the next bedroom over. So got my whole little studio set up. Um, but yeah, just I think that's the way to do it. Just record it out of the crib, mix it at home, master it and everything.
Yeah, I got the setup too. Right now I'm home, but then I got the dorm set up when I go back to school in a
Yep.
few
I see.
days.
You got is that like the Chaotica
Yeah, I
walk?
just got the Chaotica
Yep.
last month.
Nice.
Um,
I have one too.
but for the album I went recorded at home, mixed in studio
Yep.
because I'm not
Yeah, that
I'm,
mixing
I'm
was fire
decent
on
with
that.
it, but yeah, he did. Josh killed it.
Yeah,
It was
she was clean.
right out of Boston. Yeah,
Do you live in like
I'm
in
like
this
10-15 minutes north. I'm like
where do you go to college? Do you go to BC or whatever?
I go to the University of Rhode Island,
Oh, really?
so
Okay.
yeah, I'm like an hour and a half away from there.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
but
Nice,
yeah,
dude.
how's COVID out there?
Dude, I just got over COVID. I just got it for my second time too.
Really?
Yeah, it's rough. The
Yeah,
second time wasn't as bad, but yeah, me and my girlfriend both got it.
damn. I have not gotten it yet. I just got my booster yesterday
Really?
because we needed it to go back to school.
Yep. I need to get my booster to go. I'm going to Hawaii in May, so I need
Oh,
to go get
nice.
that pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Um, early quarantine, you had like the quarantine freestyle, the Animal Crossings freestyle. Um, what was like your daily grind back then? Like, was it fully music when you were home all the time?
Yeah, quarantine was a good time, bro. Quarantine was a real good time. Um, so COVID hit what? Like we first started hearing about it in the States in like January, right?
Yeah, right around January, February.
So yeah, so January I was working for a different company. I was doing like sales for this lender, this like small business lender. Just was not really liking my job that much. Um, And then March came, they sent us all home to work from home. Like we were like the last people that I knew, like in my friend group that got sent to work from home. Like I was in the trenches, bro, and in the office up until like the very last minute. They were keeping us in that bitch as long as possible. But then they sent us home like the very end of March, and I worked from home for like 2 days, and then I got a call on like the third day, and they were like, they brought like 9 of the people from my team on one call, and there was like 12 of us, so they
Yeah.
damn near the whole team. They like brought everybody on a call, and they're like, so we need you guys all to bring your stuff in. We're letting you all go. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Damn.
So I was like kind of panicked at first, but it ended up being like the greatest thing. Like just I took like I got laid off in March. I didn't start working again until October. So I took that 7 months and just grinded out some music. I think I put out 2 albums during that time. So yeah, I was just head down working on music. Spent a lot of time with my dog. Went on a lot of walks. Just you know did
Had
whatever I could. But yeah,
the vlog
yeah,
for a
dude,
little bit too.
yeah, bro, that was a good time. That was definitely a good time.
How are the dogs doing? You got 2 now?
Yep, I got one over here. He's off camera. Let me see if I one little Frenchie right here,
Yep.
and then my other dog is in the studio with my girlfriend. But they're doing good. They're
That's
fucking
good.
crazy, but they're doing well.
Yeah, because I first found you during quarantine. I remember it was Michael Christmas was dropping 2 songs one day, and I
Mm-hmm.
went on to go listen to them, and they were like late dropping. So I was just looking around his profile and
Spotify.
yeah, and his songs he was featured on, and it was the day 1-2 dropped
Oh,
featuring
really?
him. So I
Yeah,
listened to that, and then I was like, damn, this kid's got a nice flow. And then checked out your other
appreciate it.
stuff. It was right before, um, right when you started the rollout for the Animal Crossings
Oh
freestyle
yeah,
too.
yeah.
And then
Yeah. Animal Crossing went crazy too, but yeah, that little one
yeah,
two track. I think dude, it's so funny if you listen to that song, little like insider. Um, I don't know what you call it, like, but if you listen, I was recording that. My girlfriend was like watching like that Clone Wars show. Like she
yeah,
just randomly put it on and had it on like full blast in the background. And where I recorded that, our old apartment, I had to record in our bedroom. So it was like literally the TV was right behind me. It's blasting. If you listen, you can hear like lightsabers and shit and like guns and all this shit. So if you listen closely to that song, you can hear all that shit in the background. It's hilarious.
how
But
do you
yeah,
how do you find Michael Christmas?
I've been listening to Michael Christmas since I was like in college.
Really?
So probably like 2016, 2017. And it was just that what's that album? Like it's something like Best Day or something like
What
that.
a weird day.
What a Weird Day, yeah. That I remember hearing that and just me being mind blown. That album
Yeah,
is insane.
that was crazy. He's got
And I
Mac
think
on there.
yeah, I probably found it because of Mac, because I probably was just going through his features too.
Yeah,
But yeah, that album's insane. I love that album.
yeah,
It's one
that's
of my
my
favorite albums.
yeah, me too. Um, it was
Wildly underrated.
yeah, no, for sure. He was like leading the Boston scene back then. Like
Really?
him, cousin Stiz came up with him. I don't know
Okay,
if you
so
know
yeah,
him.
who else? Yeah, I know Cousin Stiz. Who else is from Boston? What other rappers are from coming out of Boston?
Do you know Bia? She's got the whole lot of money.
Yeah.
She was
Yep.
going crazy right now.
Hmm.
Um, Christmas was working with, he came up with Stiz and then this other rapper, Cam Meekins. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
if
Okay.
he was with like them for a while.
Yeah.
They're still
You
killing
went and
it.
saw you went and saw Christmas. Like you've seen him live before?
I've not seen him live yet, no, because
Oh really?
like I listened to him back then, but like I was young, so I wasn't really going to shows and stuff yet. And then um he hasn't really been doing much like
Yeah.
shows out there. He
Is
does
he still?
comedy
Is he?
now.
Oh yeah, he does. I think I've seen a little clip of that on his
He
Instagram.
did stand up last night. I was gonna go. It was in Boston. He had a little set, but it
No
was
way.
21 plus, so I couldn't go.
How old are you?
I'm 20. I'll be 21 in November.
No shit. Nice.
So yeah, he's rolling with the comedy now.
That's funny. Yeah, he's Michael Christmas is dope though.
Yeah,
I
he's a
remember
funny guy.
that album was so sick, but
Yeah,
that shit was on repeat for a good while. And he has so many features on that too. There's like Max on there,
Logic, Dram.
Logic, Drams on there.
I love Dram.
Yeah, this
Um,
shit's sick.
yeah,
But that's definitely a good album. So then I think I just DM'd him and I was like, hey man, how much for a feature? It was very transactional. He just sent the verse back. He didn't really follow me. We didn't really fuck with each other after that. We didn't really
yeah,
talk or anything. He didn't promote the shit at all, but it was just cool because I listened to his shit a lot when I was like first deciding that I wanted to make music. So I was like, I gotta get this dude on a track. So
yeah. That's how it was for me too. Pretty much, like he was quick with it
mhm.
though. Like I sent him the tracks, got right back. My first one I made with him, it was like probably 2019. It's on the album
uh,
that I just dropped, but I made it back then when I first started the album, and it was like an awful demo I made in my bedroom with my old mic. It sounded like shit, but
so you got 2 songs with him
I have two with him that are released.
on
We
the
got
album.
yep, and then we have one more on the way, and no idea when that's dropping. Um,
Nice. So
yeah,
you got an album coming soon or what? Are you working on some stuff? Which
right now, no projects like confirmed yet. We're just kind of making songs, seeing what happens. Maybe a
yep.
few singles end of the year or like
Hmm.
spring. Kind of letting the album breathe for a little bit because it was like
Yep.
a
Pretty
lot
recent.
into it. Yeah.
Nice.
Um. So how did you first get into music?
I first got into music like my very first I guess like the inception of the idea of wanting to be a rapper was my neighbor at my house growing up. He like called me one day when I was home for summer, like during a college break, and he was like, "Hey, come outside really quick." And I just ran out, and he was like with our other friend from high school, and he was like, "Bro, we should try rapping." And apparently they had been thinking about it for a while, and they were like, "Let's get Ben in
Mm.
on it." So I ran out, and they were like, "Dude, we should start rapping." And so like for that entire summer, I was just at his house writing, and we went and like recorded 1 or 2 songs, and they were like not very good, but that was like the very first step of it. And then I was like, I think I want to try doing this shit. So when I went back to college, I was just writing my own songs, and then I would like come up to Hollywood and record by myself, and everything was just so trash. Like I couldn't find my voice. Like I was just like not confident in anything I was putting out. And I would like put stuff on SoundCloud and shit. And then I started working at iHeartRadio later that year, that school year. And the same day that I started, this other guy started as well, and he like made beats. So we got together and formed like a little group, and we would like record out of my basement at my apartment after I graduated. So he like taught me how to record myself, like how to mix it, all my stuff. So that's like where I really started learning how to do all that, because before I was, like I said, going up to Hollywood to record everything. But so we had our little group. We dropped like 2 projects. Um, and then I moved out of that house, and it was just kind of tough to record still. So I ended up just recording my own shit. Um, but yeah, that was kind of the early days of getting started. So yeah, just started with the group, and then ended up taking my own solo route and recording myself.
Where'd you go to college?
Point Loma, it's like a little private school in San Diego.
Did you grow up in San Diego or no?
I got family down here. Like my grandparents live down here, so I would come down all the
Mm,
time. But originally I'm from LA, but I've been
right.
down here for like almost like 10 years now.
Mm,
Yeah, it'll be 10 years next year. That's crazy.
yeah. So what did you drop? Like 3 projects last year in 2021?
Sure. Yeah, I think I
Three or
did
four?
4. I did 4, but one of them, let me double check. I'm pretty sure it was 3. I always gotta look back. Yeah, last year I did 8:11 p.m. right at the top of the year. So that one's like a year old right now. That was like my favorite project of the year, I think. Just because
Really?
yeah, there's so many songs on there that I just love. And then I did Tales from Tulum, like Springtime. What's Up, Goddamn came out in like August, September. But then I also in February I dropped a collab album with this other San Diego rapper Melosi.
Mhm.
Um, but it like wasn't linking to my Spotify page, and there's like some other. I was like working with management, and they weren't sure if they wanted me to do like a collab album, so we ended up taking it down. But it's gonna end up coming back up, so that'll be 4 albums for last year.
Um, you've been getting a lot of like Spotify placements too, huh? Like the
Yeah, yeah.
playlist, like one an album.
After after that Tulum album dropped, I don't know, dude. I think somebody from Spotify is just looking out for me. I have no idea who it is, but
Yeah,
they yeah, I dropped that 8:11 p.m. project, and they threw my Terry Coat song on. I don't even remember what playlist it was, but they threw it on some playlist and it started going crazy. And then the Tulum album dropped, and they put By My Side on like 4 playlists at one time, and I was just fucking losing my mind. I was
yeah.
like, dude, what is happening? And that shit shot up for a little minute.
Are we gonna get a fourth? What's up, goddamn?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
I always come back to it, but possibly I might hold off for a year, like
yeah,
give it a rest for a year. It's not usually like Spotify doesn't really fuck with those ones. Like they don't push them as hard. I don't know
mhm.
why, but I always find those fun to make. And it was my first album I dropped, was the first What's Up Goddamn. So I feel like I always circle back to it.
Did the first one drop after you graduated from college, or?
Yeah, so I graduated in 2017,
Mhm.
and then yeah, I think I dropped the first single for that project in like 2018. So just a year after. But yeah, that was a good one. That was a fun time.
My favorite's probably "Was Up, Goddamn" too. Favorite
Yeah,
banging album, I think.
that's a good one. That one, yeah,
Some
there's some,
classics on there.
yeah, bro. That was like when I first tried doing like some more like funky
Mhm.
shit. But yeah, that one holds a dear place in my heart. And I think I dropped that like right before I went to Vegas. Like I planned it around like this Vegas trip. Like that's kind of how I would like plan my album releases. Like if I had an upcoming trip, I was like, oh, I want to drop the album right before I go. So I'm like, then I go and I'm like in Vegas celebrating the album.
Yeah.
So it always ended up working out like that. But yeah, that one I dropped right before I went to Vegas. So that was just in Vegas, like slapping the album. It was super fun.
You've been traveling a good amount in the
Yeah,
past year.
I'll probably slow down a little bit. I need to save some money. But
Yeah.
yeah, quarantine. I feel like I took advantage of being able to travel here and there and having the time off. So
What was your favorite trip recently?
I went to Loreto, which is in Mexico,
Mhm.
last last Thanksgiving. Went fishing for my first time. It was fun.
Nice,
And
nice.
I love going up to San Francisco too. San Francisco is always fun.
Mhm.
Tulum was dope, obviously. Tulum.
We got the
Um,
album.
I got the album that went along with that. But yeah,
Um, with like TikTok as big as it is right now, do you ever like do you try to target it with drops, like to try to get like a viral song, or are you not worrying about that so much?
um, yeah, I think that it's hard. It's hard to do that. Like the Animal Crossing song, that one blew up on TikTok, but
Uh,
that was just organic. Like I had nothing to do with that. Like I think I posted one video on Instagram before that dropped, and then it dropped on TikTok before it dropped on any platforms. Like for some reason it hit TikTok first, and like 2 days of it, like within 2 days of it being out, people just found it because it was just perfect timing with like how the game had just come out and everyone was talking about the game, and it was like really early quarantine days, so everybody was inside like playing it.
mhm.
But yeah, somebody found it on TikTok and it got like a little buzz and started getting some traction. And somebody with like 4 million followers in like Russia posted like a 5 second clip with the sound, and then it just fucking took off. So it's happened organically for me with that Animal Crossing song. But and I've like tried to like get people to make, you know, videos with other songs of mine, but I feel it's hard to do. It's hard to get traction on TikTok.
Yeah. Um, what are your thoughts on like Spotify? Like now like their algorithm is like they want artists to keep dropping more and more music, as opposed to like back in the day, like artists would drop like an album a year or like less,
Yeah.
more serious
Um,
stuff.
that's a good question. I think I lean more towards I'm a fan of putting out music as much as possible. Um, that's kind of like how I learned to do it. But I think that there is definitely some value behind taking your time, letting things breathe. Everybody I think approaches it differently, but I mean I would say for younger up and coming rappers, I think it's just put out as much stuff as possible. Just because you're gonna be in front of the Spotify editors more often. There's just more opportunity that way. And yeah, I think you're right. Spotify does really value or push artists more when they're putting music out regularly. So I don't know. I think it's also a good opportunity. Like if you're putting music out all the time, it gives you an opportunity to see what works, what your audience likes, what they don't like. You can see which songs are performing better. So you
For
still
sure.
there? Oh, my
Yeah.
screen just switched over. My bad. I just got kicked off the screen real quick. I'm back.
All right. Yeah, I think for young people, like all these new artists, I would agree. Keep dropping. Singles are gonna do better than albums now.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
Definitely
That's
different way than how it was.
yeah, for sure. I think this year I'm gonna try to focus more on putting singles out because I'll like put a full album out and like one song will pop off, but um, I think I want to like shift my focus and go more towards singles this year at least.
Myself too. I think I'm probably gonna take like at least a year off from like a project, but
Hmm.
try to push some singles like end of spring into the end of the year.
Yeah, totally.
Like we got Russ killing it, dropping like a single a week, and
Is he still doing that?
I don't know
Did
if
he
it's
start
like
that up again?
every week, but yeah, he's dropping a bunch of singles.
Yeah,
And then
he's
he
going
just,
crazy.
yeah, he just did a challenge too on TikTok, like one of the open verse things,
I
and
saw that,
he's
and
putting the girl on the remix.
yeah, she was pretty popping already though. I think I
Yeah,
looked at her Instagram. She's got like 80,000 followers or something.
yeah, she was already big, but that's pretty sick.
But I mean, that's huge for her.
Yeah,
Yeah, TikTok is crazy, dude. That shit is dictating the way people are making music now. Like
yeah,
that shit is insane. I think that's I need to lean a little bit more into that. TikTok is how people are gonna pop off now, I think.
yeah. That's definitely making a lot of people's careers right now.
Hmm.
Um, I just had a question. One sec.
I like this background too. That's dope.
The little chalkboard with the sky
That
show,
shit's
threw it
fire.
up.
Yeah. Do
Yeah,
you
I
have to
mean,
draw that every time, or do you just leave the sky show part up?
I just drew it like a couple weeks ago when I made the logo on Photoshop. It'll probably stay up because nobody
You
else
don't
really
have to draw that every
comes
time.
down here. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Um, but when I go back to school, I'll probably have a different backdrop.
You.
Um,
You're gonna try to get Michael Christmas on?
I would love to have him on. I don't know. I feel like he's harder to reach. Like even though I'm
Yeah,
from Mass like him, it'd still be
yeah, I feel you.
difficult, but definitely gonna try. That'd be
That'd be
nice.
sick.
Um, I'd like to talk about like his comedy and stuff with him. That'd be
Yeah,
dope.
that'd be fun.
Um, what are your thoughts on NFTs and the metaverse right now? Gotta hear your opinion on all this stuff.
Yeah, bro. I was just talking to my friend about this last night. He like brought out his Oculus, and I was playing. Dude, that's just the future. I don't know much about NFTs. Like, I don't really understand them. I just know that they're it's like a huge market for them right now. Um, but yeah, I think the metaverse is crazy. Like my friend was telling me like because I researched it a little bit, but like
Mhm.
I'm not like super heavy into it. But he was saying like he thinks in the future like in school every kid is just going to be on an Oculus or like they'll be at home and they'll be like teaching a lesson on the Oculus and they'll be like
Yeah,
the professor will like shrink down to like the size of a cell and be like, okay, so these are the different parts of the cell. And he was like explaining it to me. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like the future is going to be all virtual, I think.
Yeah, it looks crazy. Like people working with the Oculus, like making money from that, and then
It's wild.
buying all virtual properties. And
Yeah.
like you could be rich in that world, but broke in the real
Yeah.
world, which is just crazy.
Yeah. That shit is insane. It's
But
gonna be weird, but
yeah, definitely gonna
it's
be
coming.
different. Yeah. Um,
Yep.
and then NFTs are going crazy now. Like you got artists making their own like with music and stuff.
Yep.
Um,
And isn't like my friend just told me about how like Meek Mill is only gonna like allow his, this isn't about NFTs, but he's only gonna allow people to buy his album using Ethereum. Did you hear about this?
no, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, apparently Meek Mill, his next album, he's like, you can only buy this if you're using Ethereum.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if that's valid. I heard it from my friend, but
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely see someone like Meek Mill doing that.
Yeah, for sure. Did you invest in Doge back when you dropped the Dogecoin freestyle?
Yeah, I did. So like I actually, when I was probably back in like 2017, I think I was listening to like a podcast and there was like a Robinhood ad in the podcast. And I was like, maybe I should download Robinhood. So I downloaded Robinhood. Fuck Robinhood, by the way.
Yeah.
But I downloaded Robinhood and they give you like a free $10 when you, or like maybe like $5 or $10 when you first sign up.
Yeah.
So they gave me like $5 and I was like, let me just buy like any shit coin that's on here. And I found Dogecoin was like, had just been put on there. I don't know how recently, but I saw Dogecoin probably back in like 2017. And I was, let me buy $5 of this and just let it sit.
So
And I did. And
early.
then yeah,
Uh,
I put $5 into it, like nothing.
Yeah.
And then I think I forgot I had the app, or I like deleted the app even off my phone. And then like
Mhm.
2 years later, I got an email and they were like, oh, your statement balance is ready, or your statement, like your statement for your account is ready. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, do I have a balance in here? And I like opened it up and I had like $50 off that $5. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck happened? So then and then all my friends started buying Doge too. So that I did buy a handful of Doge, and then sold it off way too early. But yeah, I was investing in Doge.
Yeah. I bought it pretty early when it was like at its lowest in a while. And then it didn't move for like months. So I was like, whatever, let me just sell it. And then like next month it shot up to like two
Yeah.
or four times the price. And then I bought back in, sold it like to make a little bit of profit, but nothing crazy.
I remember there was like one day, fuck, I don't even, I think this was like maybe like a day or two before I made the Dogecoin song, but like there was one day where it was like all that people were talking about. It was like number one trending on Twitter. And I remember that whole day, like my group chat with like all my friends, everybody was just like, yo, did you see a drop? Yo, like, hey, check it, like, look on Robinhood right now. And like we all, I felt like I was in Wolf of Wall Street, bro. Like everybody's like on their phones. I got all these like screens like showing the
Yeah.
Dogecoin price. Dude, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
I was
Same for
just
me.
glued to my phone that
All
entire
my
day,
friends, yeah, my friends included, everybody was
just
watching
going
the
off.
drop. I got some
Yeah,
friends who made like crazy money off of it,
yeah.
but
Same. That shit was a fun time.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, I remembered my question from before. We were talking about Russ.
Mhm.
Would you say like you'd rather be independent for your whole career, like as opposed to signing a label
Um,
deal, or
it's a good question. I I mean, I feel like I would probably jump on an opportunity if it came my way.
Mhm.
Um, but I did have like this management team reach out to me after I dropped the Tulum project, and they wanted to manage me, and like I did it for a little while, probably like 2 or 3 months. Um, and it wasn't a good vibe. Like they were like, I had to like send them everything that I would make, and they were like, okay, yeah, keep making this. This is good. They would like green light certain songs of mine, and it just felt like I was making music for them as
Yeah,
opposed to like just shit that I wanted to make. So I don't know. I don't know if I would like do super well under like a label, or under that pressure, just because I feel like, I don't know. I kind of just make what I feel, and I like that there's no pressure about it. So who knows? But I would probably jump on an opportunity if it came my way, though.
Yeah. I like the way like some independent labels are doing it, like only working on the promotion for the artist, like let them make whatever they want. And then they'll
Yeah,
just be like the powerhouse behind you to get you Spotify
yeah,
placements, Apple Music placements.
for sure.
Um,
I think that that's the way to go.
yeah. Um, we did have a question on the Instagram from Merlani. She said, "What's your favorite cheesecake flavor?"
My favorite cheesecake flavor is something with peanut butter. Anything with peanut butter.
Do you have a
That's
favorite
my
place or person who makes it?
um yeah. So Marilani, that was my girlfriend. Shout out
Yeah.
Marilani. Um, I love Cheesecake Factory. You gotta Cheesecake Factory is I think the only place I've had a peanut butter cheesecake. I'm not like a cheesecake enthusiast or anything,
Mm.
but my one of our good friends, her name's Tiffany. Her and her boyfriend Jacob, they'll make cheesecakes at home. Like they just recently like tried making a cheesecake, and bro, it's like the most fire cheesecake I've ever had. So Tiffany and Jacob's cheesecake is probably my favorite cheesecake.
Do you cook at all? Like, you got any nice dishes you can make?
Um, I'm not the nicest in the kitchen. I wish I was. I like try to help my girlfriend where I can, but I'm usually just in the way.
What did you just hit the other day? 4 years with her?
I did, yep. 4 years with Marilani.
Congrats.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Everything going good with life out there?
Real good. Yep. Just watching these dogs, fucking working from home. But San Diego, yeah, dude. San Diego's amazing. Life's been good. Can't complain.
You get to a lot of Padres games out there. You got the hat on now.
Yeah, we our apartment is like it's like 2 blocks from Petco Park. So last season I probably went to like a dozen games. It's just fun.
That's
Padre
nice.
Petco Park is amazing.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Yeah.
I've not been to the West Coast yet. I gotta get out there
Really?
sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta come. San Diego is
Um,
the place to be.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who do you got winning the Super Bowl this year?
That's a good question. I don't follow football super close, but
Mhm.
if I had to guess, I would probably say Tom Brady and Tampa Bay take it
Yeah,
again. Or the Rams. I mean, the Rams look pretty solid too.
I got Tom Brady. I need that
Yeah.
Tom win. He left us, but still
Yeah.
the GOAT.
Yeah. What is everyone in Boston's opinion about Tom Brady? Is it like torn down the middle or
I'd say it's split. Like, a lot of people still got respect for him. He's still my favorite. I don't know. I'd say it's split. Some
really?
people mad that he's not there, but also just like respecting the fact that he did
That
so
he's
much
Tom
for
Brady.
us, and he's still
Yeah.
Tom Brady. Yeah, he
Yeah. That's true.
just dropped the Brady clothing line
Did he
last
really?
week. Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
You about to cop some Tom Brady gear?
I might have to. I have the book, the TB12
Oh, really?
big book. I don't even know. It's got like
It's got his
fitness
face on the
stuff,
front, right?
his face on the front,
Yeah.
some recipes and stuff about
That's
his like
funny.
crazy diet. But
Yeah.
um,
That's my for next season. I'm gonna follow football more closely.
yeah,
I feel like every year I'm like, oh yeah, this will be the year that I follow. But just growing up, we never had a team in LA, so
mhm.
it was like there was no reason for me to follow any team. But now there's two.
Yeah. I started following it more this year. I got into fantasy football a little bit, so that definitely made me follow
I played fantasy
more.
football. Yeah, I played fantasy football once, and it was like at my job, like our team did a fantasy football league, and I had never played before, and like they all knew that. They were like, "Oh, Ben, this is gonna be an easy win."
Mhm.
But my girlfriend's stepdad is like a fantasy football like wizard. This dude is like studies everything. So I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you my login." He's like, I was like, "Can you run my league too, or like run my team?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got you." And I ended up fucking winning that year. I took home like $300, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And I like auto drafted my team and everything. It
Yeah,
was hilarious.
sick. Yeah, I just started following like more hockey and basketball too, because I don't know if you're into sports betting at all, but hopped back on a book. I'll rip like random like 8-game first half NBA parlays,
Really?
like just first half, and just it's all hit or
Really?
miss. Yeah.
Damn. All right. I'll like bet on. I'll do like a parlay like when I go to Vegas. Like when I'm
Mhm.
in Vegas, I don't even really gamble that much, but
Yeah.
I'll like have I bet on like maybe like three different games in my lifetime. So not heavy into it, but that shit like I don't understand that whole world.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand when they're like, "What's the spread?" I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Yeah. I don't do it too much, but like every once in a while I'll get lucky off like a $5 put
It
down, come
seems
back.
fun.
Yeah,
It makes it more fun to watch the game.
for sure. What's your basketball team? The Clippers?
Clippers all day. That's like probably the closest of any sports team that I follow is the
Yeah.
Clippers. Yeah, been a big fan for a while.
How are like sports games out in Cali right now? Like, do you need to show like your Vax card to get in and stuff, like mask and all that?
Um, I haven't been to a Clipper game since before quarantine, but for the Padres games, yeah, they were doing masks, so you had to be masked up for like the first portion of the season, and then I'm pretty sure it was masks the whole time at Padres games, and like limited seating. They had everyone spaced out, but then like I want to say it was like July or August. They did like a full grand reopening, and I had like every seat full. It was crazy, but
Yeah.
I
For
don't know how things are right now.
for us here in the summer, like Red Sox games, we would just take the train in. Like we'd go once a week, me and my friends, because they do like student nines, like $9 tickets for college kids. So
Nice,
we'd just hop on the train once a week, and it was like no masks inside, just on like the
nice.
train. So it was pretty solid.
That's
And
dope.
then now you need like a Vax card proof everywhere. I went to a Celtics game a couple weeks ago. You need a mask and a Vax. I went to the baby. That was
Oh no way.
I got like cheap tickets from like they were like I don't know why they were so cheap, but like nobody
Yeah,
was going, but it
nobody's going.
turned out to be sick.
Damn, that's dope.
Um, have you performed at all before?
I performed when I was in the group, when I was with the one other guy. We were doing shows like every weekend, but I've never performed solo. I think I want to do like a release party for this album and like perform the album.
Mhm.
Just as I think it's definitely my best body of work.
Would you be interested in touring if you shot up more in your
Totally.
career?
Yeah, dude, I would definitely go on tour and like be like a supporting act for an artist.
Yeah, that would be
That would be
sick.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I've only done a few shows. I did like a few tiny clubs in Boston my senior
Mhm.
year of high school, and then I went to a Corday show and he brought me up from the crowd to do a song. That was crazy.
Did you listen to his new album?
Yeah,
I've only
I
listened to like
like
one
it.
song, but my my friends told me it was dope.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably gonna be one of the tops of the year.
You think?
Who do you
Oh
have?
yeah.
Who do you have for top album last year? What would you say?
Last year, let me check because me and my friends every year we do like we'll send each other like what are your top 9 albums? But let me look. I mean, obviously, CLB was one of my favorites.
I still have not.
Um,
I refuse to listen to that. Still
no way. Are you not?
haven't even looked at it.
You're not a big Drake guy?
Nah, I got Ye over Drake.
Damn. Let me look. What did I have on here? CLB was in my top 9.
Mhm.
I got that Amine album was in my top 9.
Yep.
Um, Isaiah Rashad's new album was insane.
Yeah, it was sick.
Um, and then like Blast and that the Beano Rideau. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Beano Rideau.
Blast has been going crazy.
Yeah, Blast is dope.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites right now.
Yep. And then Offset Jim, who's like he's a Bay Area rapper. He dropped an album that is fire. But I'd say, I mean, I gotta go with CLB. That's probably my most listened to album from last year.
Do you listen to IDK at all?
I don't
His album went. He had my top album last year, probably.
really.
It was like called "You See for Yourself" by IDK.
My brother does he lives up in LA and he does like set design
Mm,
for like music videos. He's worked on a bunch of stuff for like Tyler, and he helped like not direct. He did like some like creative direction for one of the IDK videos. It was the one that's like all black and white. I don't know if he did multiple videos like that, but
mm.
pretty sure it was from his last album. And my brother did a bunch of the set design for that video.
He went
But
crazy.
I need to tap in more with IDK.
He just had like a this summer he did a class at Harvard too that he taught.
No way.
Like in the summer, it was like a week long, and like
What?
they all like it was at Harvard, so they all got like a certificate from like graduating a Harvard class. He gave them
No
all like
way.
internships right out of there. They got a bunch of free
Wow.
merch and stuff, and they did like
How,
a graduation show at the end of the thing. So I went to that. It was crazy. It was him and
no
Rico
way.
Nasty.
That's sick. How many people were in the? Was he just letting anybody in the class?
No, it was like very limited. I think it was probably no more than 20 people. Like it was small. Like um
Where's he from? Is he from
I
out
don't know
east?
where he's from. No, I don't think so. I'm actually not sure.
That's crazy.
Um, but yeah, it was dope. A lot of like young artists, and he let them all perform at the
Oh,
at the
really?
show too. It was crazy.
That's sick.
And then Rico Nasty came out. She was crazy. I don't even listen to her, but it was wild.
I like Regan Nasty. Some of her stuff sick.
I just looked it up. IDK was born in London.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Damn. He's British.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You hear the new Kanye song the other day? The Easy with the Game with the little Pete Davidson diss.
Yeah. Everyone's going crazy about that. Damn. I know. It's kind of do him and the game like fuck with each other. Like I feel like they've done music together in the past.
Yeah, I don't even know. They've been
Kind of it was kind of a random collab, I thought,
yeah,
but
they've
and the
been seen
artwork is like
together.
the artwork is
Artwork's
wild.
crazy, yeah. And they were hanging out with like Antonio Brown last week too. Like I don't even know what's going on
Yeah.
with Ye right now, but Ye's doing
He's
Ye.
off the fucking that feels crazy.
Yeah.
I also when I saw them drop that, so the game, I used to like love the game. I have mixed feelings about the game. And then he was doing this thing where he was like DMing like young rappers. I don't know if this ever happened to you with any other, because like this happened to me a couple times. But he like DM'd me and he was like, "Yo, you know, I've been like peeping your stuff," and I was like, "No fucking way." And he was like, "Hey, like we want to work with you. We want to get you on this upcoming like collective mixtape." And he was like, "Send me $700."
Yeah, no, I've
And I was
seen
like,
those. Yeah.
"Yeah," I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" So that shit pissed me off. I was
It
like,
was like
"Okay,
you pay just to get on a little SoundCloud like
yeah."
mixtape with his name on it.
And I was like, "Is this dude broke or what? Like, why is he's out here scamming these broke rappers?"
Yeah,
That shit. And then like 2 weeks later, Scott Storch did the same thing to me.
really.
Like DM'd me, and I was like, "This shit is insane. What are these people doing?"
Yeah, I had like I don't even know how to say his name, Callboy or Cowboy.
Okay,
I don't know. He's kind of smaller, but he's still pretty
yeah,
big. He did the same thing. But
really,
yeah.
yeah, that's foul.
All right, we'll do a few more
Oh yeah,
questions and then wrap it up. What would you say
yes
your
sir.
biggest influences were growing up? Like, what music did you listen to at home and stuff?
Growing up, I pretty much would just get all of my music from my brother. Um, but like my dad was really into the Red Hot Chili Peppers when I was a kid, so like we would always listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Um, and then trying to think like some early rappers that my brother put me onto were like MF Doom. I think my neighbor actually put us on, but like MF Doom, and then like when Odd Future started going crazy when I was in high school, that was like something we were listening to all the time. Mac Miller was huge. Um, I was like really into Wiz Khalifa when I was in high school too. Like that's all I would only listen to like Wiz and Mac. Um, so yeah, those are some of my early influences. And then when I started making music, I think I was like most inspired by like Chance the Rapper when like he dropped Acid Rap. That's
Mhm.
like I think probably the last album of his I listened to, and I was just kind of over him after that. But
Yeah.
yeah, Chance the Rapper was like really inspirational for me when I first started making music. I really loved Joey Badass. Um, I loved, you know who Kyle is? He's a
Yeah,
California
I
rapper.
love Kyle.
Yeah,
He's one of my
Kyle,
tops.
fucking loved Kyle. Um, so yeah, those are some early inspirations.
Yeah, for me, pretty much same thing. I got into rap like 2015, 2016, but
Mhm.
like Chance's coloring book brought me into it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Coloring Book too. I liked Coloring Book.
I loved Dram's album, Big Baby Dram.
Yeah.
Just that went crazy. That got me into rap too. And then
Mhm.
I love Kyle as well.
Yeah. Kyle was sick.
Um, yeah. Have you always been into like hip hop?
Um, my brother like I would like pretty much get all the music I listened to from my older brother growing up, and like he didn't really listen to much rap. I would say probably like middle school is when I first was like, all right, let me find some music of my own. Um, I don't know if it was LimeWire or what, but I was just like downloading like albums all the time. And I remember I downloaded like 3 or 4 of like the Wayne mixtapes,
Mhm.
and that was like that shit was crazy. So I got super into Wayne was when I was like in middle school. I think that was probably like my first big dive into rap was all like the Wayne mixtapes.
Does your family make music as well? Or were you kind of like the start of it for the family?
Actually, yeah, my brother was in a band called Jurassic Shark, and they were like I don't even know how to describe them. They were like a rock band, but they like went on like a West Coast tour. They were pretty big for a while. Like I think they still have like 50,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Like they popped off for a little minute. And then my other brothers, they all like play piano or play instruments, but haven't like put any music out. So was definitely I was all around music growing up. We all like played piano or played some instrument.
And then to wrap it up, any big plans for the future besides the album?
Um, Pretty much just the album. I'm working on another album that should be done right around the time that this album drops, and then I'll start the rollout for that one. Um, but yeah, I just got a couple projects on the way, just continuing to make music. Um, that's about it, really.
Any big goals for the year?
Um, yeah, I think I'm like floating around like 30 to 40,000 monthly listeners. I'd like to fucking try to double that at least, you know.
Get close to the 100.
Yeah, I'm trying to break out of that 40 range. I've been in that 40 range for like a year and a half, so I'm trying to start climbing.
What's your top song right now? Is it the Animal Crossing?
Yeah, Animal Crossing's been number one, I think, since I put it out. That shit always just dominates every day with the streams.
What's that at? Like a few mil now? Or
Yeah. No, I think it's like 1.3. Yeah,
that's
1.3.
solid though.
But
Um,
yeah.
all right, that's pretty much it. Unless you want to talk about anything else. If not, you could just give your plugs, tell them your
Yeah.
social medias and stuff.
Yeah. Follow me at Hey Ben Yen. Follow me on Spotify, Ben Yen on Spotify, um, Apple Music, everything. Got an album coming out. Don't have an official date yet, but Terry Coats and Hot Tub Boats will be here in the next month to 2 months. Appreciate you having me on, bro. It was fun to get to sit and chat, and I was honored to be the first guest of the Sky Show.
Yep, appreciate you coming today, and
Yeah,
looking forward to the album.
yeah, bro. I'll
And
probably be out in Boston sometime in the next 6 months or so. So we'll have to link up.
yep, bring you out to the studio.
Hell yeah, bro. I'd love it.
All right, that's been the
All right, my
Sky
guy.
Show. Ben Yen, it's been a pleasure.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Take it easy, man.
See you.